Hey, beautiful souls, have you ever felt that knot in your stomach? That rush of heat to your face when all eyes are suddenly on you? That overwhelming desire to disappear? Social anxiety is a silent battle many of us fight, often feeling alone in a crowded room. It's that whisper in your ear telling you you're not good enough, that everyone's judging. Today I want to share a story, a journey from crippling self-consciousness to a place of genuine confidence. It's a story that might just resonate with your own unspoken fears. Picture this. Years ago, in a language class, I stood at the front, attempting to deliver a speech in a foreign tongue. My heart pounded, my palms were sweaty, and every word felt like a struggle. It wasn't just a regular speech, it was in Indonesian, a language I barely grasped. The room was mostly filled with girls, and the pressure was immense. I felt my face flush crimson. I stumbled over words, reading gibberish from my notes, my voice trembling. Laughter rippled through the class, not malicious, but still, it felt like a spotlight on my inadequacy. The feeling of shame was overwhelming. I stopped halfway, mumbled to the teacher that I couldn't continue, and retreated to my seat, my cheeks burning. It felt like the end of the world. That moment, that intense public humiliation, planted a seed of dread. Every day at school became a minefield, a constant fear of another embarrassing situation. I started seeking escape, finding solace in solitude and digital distractions. It became a way to numb the anxiety, to avoid confronting those uncomfortable feelings. This escape grew from an occasional indulgence to a daily ritual, sometimes multiple times a day. The more I sought refuge, the more my anxiety seemed to tighten its grip. It wasn't just the fear of girls judging me anymore. Soon the worry extended to my male friends, then even my teachers. I felt constantly under scrutiny, my world shrinking. This constant vigilance, this hyper-awareness of what others might be thinking, made me feel incredibly low status. I craved respect, admiration, a sense of belonging. My one source of true confidence was sports. On the basketball court, I felt powerful, admired. It was the only place I truly felt seen and respected for my abilities. One night, desperate for validation, I posted a picture of myself playing basketball on social media. I hoped for likes, comments, anything to boost my perceived status. I even added a motivational quote, my personal mantra. Hard work always beats talent when talent fails to work hard. A small, hopeful attempt to project strength. The next day, the silence was deafening. Only a few likes. I imagined girls in the back of the class whispering, laughing at my attempt, convinced everyone was judging me. A few days later, I archived the photo. It felt like a public failure, even though it was barely seen. I was stuck in a mental paralysis, wondering how to gain respect and confidence. How could I stop this crippling anxiety without appearing cringy or trying too hard? The question echoed in my mind, a constant torment. Then the pandemic hit, and honestly, for a shy, introverted person, it was a strange kind of relief. No social interactions, cameras off during online classes, a perfect shield. I could talk to friends on gaming platforms, my face hidden. I embraced the isolation, focusing on school, gaming, and avoiding the outside world. But then, a new path emerged, self-improvement. I stumbled upon resources that highlighted the detrimental effects of my escape mechanisms and the importance of self-care. I decided to make a change. It wasn't easy, but I committed to quitting my unhealthy habits and started hitting the gym, focusing on my physical and mental well-being. My confidence slowly began to build, brick by brick. I felt a renewed sense of purpose, a quiet strength growing within me. I was ready to face the world again. 6 months later, school reopened. I walked in expecting to feel completely transformed, radiating confidence. I had done the work after all, but reality hit hard. My friends were talking about games and memes I hadn't kept up with. I felt disconnected, an outsider in my own circle. They even joked about their holiday activities, which included the very habits I had worked so hard to overcome. I couldn't relate, and my confidence plummeted. I, who was naturally quiet, became even more introverted, often sitting by myself, unable to engage in conversations that felt superficial or contrary to my new values. It was a disheartening setback. The self-improvement journey felt lonely, and the anxiety, though lessened, still lurked, ready to reassert itself. A year later, things started to shift again. My gym progress was visible, my social media presence had grown, providing a different kind of validation. Then came another challenge, an English oral presentation, a speech in front of the class about a book. My old nemesis, public speaking. This time, I decided to go without a script. A bold move considering my past. I felt a surge of fear. What if I messed up? What if people called me a fraud? Especially the girls in my class, who I imagined still held some lingering judgment. This speech felt like a test, not just of my public speaking, but of my entire self-improvement journey. I asked my teacher if I could go first, wanting to get it over with, to face the fear head on. My heart was pounding, but a strange determination flickered within me. As I stood there, I took a deep breath. I decided to treat it like a YouTube video, a conversation with the camera, not a performance for judgment. I tuned out the noise, focused on my message, and found a flow state. I spoke from the heart, my voice clear, my ideas articulated. I ended with a powerful motivational quote, my tone strong, my delivery impactful. I felt a blush creep up my neck, but this time I didn't care. And as soon as I let go of the fear of blushing, it receded. The initial redness faded, and I felt a profound sense of accomplishment, an inner glow. It was one of the happiest days of my life. I walked back to my seat, filled with pride, ready to bask in the quiet triumph. But then my teacher put out her hand. I thought she wanted a high five, a congratulatory gesture for my stellar performance. So, in my excitement, I gave her a massive, enthusiastic high five. The entire class erupted in laughter. My initial surge of nervousness returned, realizing I had misinterpreted her gesture. But then I started laughing too. It was genuinely funny. That moment, though a slight misstep, was perfect. It reminded me that even in triumph, life has its humorous, imperfect turns. You often hear that change happens gradually, and that's true. But some moments, some acts of courage, become defining turning points. For me, that speech was it. I was so scared, but I pushed through, spoke slowly, authentically, and didn't let anyone get to me. It was the moment I truly understood that my anxiety didn't define me, and that people don't care as much as my anxious mind convinced me they did. I knew my capabilities. I was a good speaker. I had spoken on camera countless times. This public speaking was just another stage. And because of that realization, I started actively seeking out uncomfortable situations. I raised my hand more in class, volunteered for presentations. If there was an opportunity to go first, to speak without a script, to test my boundaries, I seized it. Each challenge refined my confidence. I spoke on camera almost every day, constantly honing my ability to articulate my thoughts and connect with an audience. So, if you're struggling with social anxiety, whether it's a diagnosed disorder or just a daily battle, I'm talking to you. The main point isn't just challenge your anxiety, it's about how you challenge it, how you calm that inner voice, how you make the process easier. First, identify that one thing you're truly scared of doing. Is it talking to your crush, giving a speech, simply raising your hand in class? Make it realistic, actionable. Not a presidential speech, but something tangible you can do tomorrow, this week. Now imagine that scenario. Why are you actually scared? It's not just the act itself. If you're scared to talk to your crush, it's not simply fear of what she thinks. It's why you're afraid of her opinion. Perhaps your happiness is tied to her validation, or you're seeking external love because you lack self-love. Maybe you can't look yourself in the mirror because you're not disciplined, or you have goals but aren't working towards them. Dig deep into the why. Once you've identified that core why, here's the liberating truth. No one really gives a damn. I still struggle with anxiety, even now. You might see me fidgeting with my hands, a habit from years of nervous thumb picking. But here's the thing. Most people are wrapped up in their own thoughts, their own anxieties. They're thinking about themselves, not you. When others laugh or seem critical, it's often a reflection of their own insecurities, their own perspective. Don't let it hold you back. You deserve a beautiful, fulfilling life, and this anxiety is the number one thing standing in your way. So, pick that one thing you've been dreading. That conversation, that question, that public moment. Just do it, see what happens. If people call you cringe, who cares? It means you're doing something right. You're pushing boundaries. Life is so much better on the other side of that fear. Go out there and challenge it. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.